Hello again, and welcome to the Prince Magnum channel. I'm your host, Prince Magnum. Welcome to Two Sides of the Same Coin. Well, we're nearing that final episode of Vera's comeback. I think this is what, episode 4? Alright. We started working on the gas tank. Basically, I cleaned it off, and we tried some quick steel. She was still weeping a little gas, so I think that's why the quick steel didn't adhere. And I mean, we tried, it didn't work. So I ended up having to take a pry bar out there, and I had to chisel the stuff off, which it didn't adhere that well to begin with. So it came off pretty easy. The next attempt, I tried this kind of epoxy tape from Rural King. And I mean, you see the video. I'm trying it out, and I followed the directions. But once again, even though there really wasn't that much gas in there to begin with, it was weeping just enough that it didn't adhere, And I think this stuff is just better suited, for like pipes, and they said you can use it to fix like handles on a shovel or something like that. That it bonds like steel. Well, unfortunately, it didn't work. And after letting it sit for a few minutes, that stuff got rock hard. It did exactly what it said, but it just wouldn't adhere to the gas tank. So had to take it back off, clean it again, and finally it was just a matter of using JB Weld, which we actually had just laying around. I'll tell you about that story sometime. But it was just one of those things that, I'm going to tell you all right now, here on the Prince Magnum channel, I don't want you all to think that, when you see a video clip that it always goes as planned. Time and time again, sometimes it doesn't go as planned here on the channel. So you'll see me, you'll see in this video, and I'm purposely letting a lot of video run, it doesn't always go as planned. There's been times I go to put a part on, and it doesn't go as planned. The part may not work, or maybe the part isn't right. Maybe I got the wrong part, or maybe numbers changed, whatever, and I ended up getting the wrong part, or whatever the case may be. Nothing ever goes according to plan. That's just the way it is. Sometimes a simple fix is not a simple fix. And like I said, basically, at the end of this video, you'll see the JB Weld go on. It's not leaking anymore. So we're just letting it cure right now. And then we'll put some gas in her. And Vera's back on the road doing what she does best. It's just one of those things. Now, why am I showing you my frustrations and what some of you might call failures? Well, like I was just saying, I mean, I don't want you all to think that, when you see a video and it comes together, that's just it. It went together. It doesn't work that way in the real world, guys. And I really get frustrated sometimes on some of these, on some of the the fix and repair YouTube channels, or on like on Speed TV, or just any of these do-it-yourself shows that show you how to repair. It's like, it went together like this. No, it didn't. You got a whole crew helping you and everything else, and it's just one of those things that it doesn't go like that. And they don't always tell you that. They want you to think that it's easy, that it's simple. In reality, I just learned 2 ways not to fix a gas tank. That's it. Okay? Some of you might say it was a waste of money. I don't think it was. I learned 2 ways not to fix this dang gas tank. That's it. And in that regard, now you all know something more than I did. And, I don't want you all to think that that everything goes according to plan. It doesn't. Okay? Sometimes a simple fix is not so simple. It's just like that. So in the long run, if you're having the same issue, I mean, like I said, the gas, I've said it a million times. This gas tank is not in that bad a shape. It's still usable. It just had 3 pinholes, and it looks like it's got a heck of a dent where someone hit something they shouldn't have. But that happens, That's just the way it is, But it had 3 little pinholes in it. The rest of the tank is fine, so there was no sense in replacing the whole tank. And honestly and truthfully, even though, all total in the attempted fixes and the final fix, I mean, really honestly and truthfully, we only spent maybe $20. And that's still a lot cheaper than buying an original gas tank or buying a fuel cell. So there you have it. I mean, that's as simple as it gets. Yeah, and right there, I mean, you see that it's just not adhering. It's just one of them things. And what I ended up doing, like I said, I broke out the JB weld. I used the last little bit that I had, and I mixed a lot of cream hardener in it. And the weather was a little bit chilly, and the wind was blowing a little hard, and so I mixed a lot of cream hardener, put it up there, and it stuck. No more gas coming out, so it's fixed. One of the next videos that you're going to see coming up, it's kind of like the final touch-ups, and then you're going to see the final payoff. And we're going to take her down the road. We're going to see how the brakes work. We're going to see her throttle response. We're going to look at it all. We're going to look at it all. We're winding down on this project. The upside of all of this is that Vera will be able to take off some miles for Poor Spirit. She's put in a lot of miles in the past few months because of the issues. So Vera's going to be able to take some of the workload off of Spirit, and that sort of thing. It's just going to take time. Is Vera perfect? No, but we're going to spend a lot of time this winter getting her up to snuff, basically more show ready than she has been this past year, and hopefully she'll get to bring home more trophies. But I know Princess Faye and I talked about that at great length. She's just, she likes the car shows, but she's, not a super huge fan of them. It's not like she's dying to go to them. So, really? Any other I want to be careful. I don't want to start rambling. Pretty much, final tips on this. When you go to mix it up, you don't have to have anything special for your JB weld. I just cut off a section of an old pizza box and just mixed it up on there with an old putty spreader. And, the cardboard you can throw away after it's done. The putty spreader, even after the JB weld hardens to it, you can take a good old pocket knife and just scrape it clean, and you can still use it for body putty. So, I mean, and if you really don't want to do all that, I mean, putty spreaders are cheap. I mean, they're dirt cheap. One little tip that I will give you that that a lot of people don't mention, depending on the weather, depends on how much cream hardener you need, and anybody who's ever done body putty will tell you the same exact thing. If it's really hot out, you won't need that much cream hardener, just enough to say that you had it in there. If it's humid, you'll need a little bit more, whatever. But there you have it. Brings us to the end of this video. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Get out there and work on a project. If you have a sweetheart, sweep them off their feet. And above all, if nobody has told you that they love you today, Prince Magnum does. God bless you, and have a happy 24. Thank you.